Three teams at the top of the table over in Italy, of course, with Napoli, Internazionale and Roma leading the charge. Breathing on the next, Juventus and AC Milan after 2 games. Who's going to take advantage of match number 3? We'll look at that more next. That's right, folks. Back once again with another prediction video today. We're looking forward to match number 3 in this year's Serie A, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, stop what you're doing, swallow what you're doing, smash the old subscribe. Bang up today, all things Rovers related, Serie A related, World Cup related. Later this year, boys and girls. Of course, we will bring you bang up today with the, of course, World Cup content later in the month, and of course into September. But right here, right now, we're looking at match number 3 in Serie A, of course. We'll take a look at that in a second. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the patrons, of course. You know who you are. And, of course, before we jump into the deep end, we are talking about something a little bit spicy. It is this. Vote, vote, vote. Cut4/ vote Roverseas. Your one-stop shop for Rovers. Your one-stop shop for bloody Championship, Premier League, Serie A, La Liga, the World Cup, everything. Please get out there and let our voices be heard. Let our name be heard, of course, in the Content Creator Awards. Please go and vote for Best in Video for an organisation, Best Content Creator for Football League, and also Best Content Creator as well. I know I'm up against the juggernauts, the massive ones, the bloody, whatever they call it, Anfield Agenda or United Stand or whatever you have it, and the Arsenal Fan TV. We're not going to win. Of course we're not going to win, but I just would love to get the words Blackburn Roverseas read out in the arena here. So please do us a favour, get us some votes. And of course, let's see how we do. Let's see how we get on. Regardless of all that, let's jump in the deep end, of course, and have a little look at how we all got on last afternoon. Then, shall we? Of course, where are we? We're talking about this. Yes, we are. In fact, let's get rid of that. And let's take a look. Well, I don't even know why I'm doing that. But anyway, we're going to take a look at that. So here we go then. Shall we jump in the deep end and revisit the results from last weekend? Kicking it off with Torino. They drew with Lazio. I went with the 2-1 win for Lazio. Meanwhile, there was a draw. Udinese against Salernitana. 0-0 draw in the end. I went with the 1-0 win myself. International, I picked up a 3-0 win over Spezia. I went with the 2-0. Sassuolo did beat Lecce. 1-0 win in the end. 2-1 for me. Empoli did draw with Fiorentina. Surprise, surprise. I went with the 2-1 win for Fiorentina. Napoli with a big 4-0 win over Monza. 3-0 win for me. Atalanta and AC Milan picked up a draw there. I got that one bang on point. Bologna with a 1-1 draw against Verona. I went with a 1-0 win. Mourinho's boys did pick up a 1-0 win over Cremonese. I went with a 2-0, and there was a draw there, Sampdoria against Juventus, so happy days about that one. So well done indeed. That's of course the state of play in the league right now. Napoli of course kicking ass, taking aims alongside Internazionale and Roma with 6 from 6. Juventus, AC Milan and Atalanta in the mix so far. Down the foot, Monza, Lecce and Cremonese going down, so not great for the newly promoted sides. But what about you guys? How all did you guys get on? Well, let's have a wee gander then, shall we? Of course, take a little look at the Super Brew, and what I mean by that, we are taking a look at Serie A. So let's get in cracking and have a look at how you guys got on then, shall we? Of course, not doing good myself. 22nd it looks like in this week's matches, so we'll have a closer look at it. Kevin kicking ass. Kevin 15.5 points on the board. Russell 2302 up there with 13. UTC 2010's up there, 12 points as well. Where am I? It's not looking good. It's not looking good. There I am down here. 8.5 points, which is respectable. Credible, I'd say. Raymond Reddington's up there. Weller, of course. Janik. Bukhari, some familiar names in there. Of course, the leaderboard does look to be up and at them for this. But I'm not doing great. I'm down 22nd spot overall. So let's have a closer look at it then, shall we? So here is the leaderboard in all its glory. Barcelona is running away with it with 29.5 points. Winky's up there with 27 points. Russell's 26.5. Well done. Shepard doing bits as well. Kevin, of course, kicking ass, taking names. I am all the way down 22nd spot. Not great. Carl Merkin with the wooden spoon. But, of course, it is early days. Don't look too hard into it. But, of course, you can still get involved. Cut4/ Italy picks. Free to enter, get your name in lights. And, of course, you know what to do about that. Meanwhile, what else could you do? You could also do a bit of this. That's right. Get yourself voting. Cut4/ vote Roverseas. You know what to do. I'm not going to stop until I get the votes in. Get the bloody votes in, lads. You know what to do. Anyway, let's kick on forward. Take a look at the next round of matches, which will all kick off this coming Friday, I believe. Coming at you on the 26th of August. Monza will be looking odds against Udinese. Let's take a long hard look at it at the Stadio Bereniatano. Never played each other, these two sides. Of course, Monza, though, back-to-back defeats to them, 67% form for them. They've started off pretty shitty over in Serie A. Udinese, though, just 1 win and 4 for them, 42% form for them moving forward. Udinese pick up a 0-0 draw against Salernitana. Of course, Monza with a 4-0 loss against Napoli, of course. Meanwhile, the odds for this Bangerino, it is 90-10 is your Monza, and 9-4 is your draw, 29-20 is your away win. I'm back in a 1-1 draw here for Monza here. Get the first point on the board and move the chains. Lazio up against Inter in a bit of a zinger chicken dinner on Friday, August 26th. Played each other 65 times, 93, 22 wins for Lazio, 22 wins for Internazionale, and 21 draws. Of course, just 1 win and 6 for Lazio right now. 42% form up against the Internazionale side, who picking up back-to-back wins, 50% form over the last 6, 1-2 lost 2, and drawn 2. Of course, the biggest win for Inter over Lazio, 3-0 win. The biggest win away, also a 3-0 win. It's very, very tight between the two sides. In fact, Lazio scored 87 goals compared to Internazionale's 91 over the course of those 65 games. Works out about 1.34 goals a game for the hosts, 1.40 goals a game for the visitors. Last time around, over in Lazio was a 3-1 win for Lazio way back in October 2021. Internazionale with a 3-0 win over Spezia. Lazio with a 0-0 draw against Torino on the road last time around. The odds for this one then, shall we? 14-5 is your host, 11-4 is your draw, and 2017 on is your Inter here. They are favoured big time to win this one on the road. I think it's a bit cocky for them to be favoured on this one. I would imagine a draw or more for Lazio on this. Next, of course, we have Juventus coming at you against Roma. A bit of a zinger chicken dinner over at the Allianz Stadium. Of course, played 64 times in 1983, 32 wins for Juventus, 50 wins for Roma, and 17 draws, of course. Juventus, though, 1-2 lost and draw 2 over the last 6. That's 50% form up against the Roma side, who've won 4 in the spin. 75% form for them moving forward. Biggest win over each other, 4-0 win. Of course, the amount of goals scored by Roma in these matches, 74 compared to Juventus 105. Meanwhile, 1.64 goals a game for Juventus, 1.16 goals a game for Roma. Last time around, over in Turin, it was a 1-0 win for Juventus. That was back in October 2021. Juventus have actually won, they're actually unbeaten against Roma over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and a draw to separate the two sides. Roma, though, back-to-back clean sheets. Juventus the same. But, of course, Roma have more points than Juventus to have to for the moment. 5-4 is Juventus, 11-5 is your, and 9-4 is your away. I'm back in Juventus here with the 2-1 win at home. They've got to win these games. Of course, they've got to win these games if they're going to be a credible race for the title this coming year. Cremonese up against Torino, of course, coming at you this coming Saturday. Played each other 11 times. Since 1993, 2 wins for Cremonese, 5 wins for Torino, and 4 draws. Of course, Cremonese, they won 3, lost 3 over the last 6. That's 50% form. Up against Torino side, just 1 defeat the past 6. 75% form for them moving forward. Last time around, the over in Cremonese was a 1-0 win for Torino back in December 2005. That was in Serie B. Meanwhile, Torino, of course, opened up so far. Back-to-back games unbeaten. Pick up a draw against Lazio last time around. Cremonese, though, yet to win. Of course, back-to-back defeats for those. Losing, of course, both their games. 7-5 is just, it's 2-1 is your Cremonese. 13-10 is your away win. And 12-5 is your draw here. Back in, of course, a 1-0 win for Torino. Get the 3 points, move the chains, and keeping the dream alive. AC Milan moving up against Bologna this coming weekend. Over that Giuseppe Meazza played each other 44 times in 1996. 6 wins for Bologna, 29 wins for Milan, and 9 draws. Of course, Milan, though, unbeaten in the last 5, 75% form over the last 6. Against the Bologna side, just 1 win and 5 for them, 42% form over the last 6 as well. Biggest win for Bologna over AC Milan, a 3-0 win. The biggest win of the way, a 5-1 win. Bologna scored just 39 goals compared to the 81 goals scored by Milan over the course of those 44 games. It works out about 0.89 goals a game for Bologna, and 1.84 goals a game for AC Milan. Last round over in Milan, it was, of course, a 0-0 draw back in the 4th of the 4th, 2022. Meanwhile, Bologna with a 1-1 draw against Verona. Of course, Milan with a 1-1 draw against Atalanta on the road. The odds for this one, then, we have AC Milan 3-1 on for the victory, 17-4 is draw, and 7-1 is your Bologna here. 2-0 win in the end for Milan to take 3 points and move the chains once again. Spezia are taking on Sassuolo in the battle of the S's, of course, coming out on the 27th of August. Played each other 8 times in 2012, 1 for Spezia, 6 wins for Sassuolo, and 1 draw. Of course, Spezia, biggest win over Sassuolo, a 2-1 win. The biggest win away, a 4-1 win. Sassuolo scored 19 goals compared to the 8 scored by Spezia over the course of those 8 games. Works out a goal a game for the host, 2.38 goals a game for the visitors. Last time I played each other, of course, over in Spezia, it was a 2-2 draw back in December 2021. Sassuolo unbeaten. In fact, tell a lie, they've lost once over the last 6 against Spezia. Of course, a 2-1 loss in Sassuolo back in February 2021. Sassuolo picking up a 1-0 over Lecce, of course, and Spezia with a 1-0 loss against Internazionale. Of course, the odds for this one, then, we've got Spezia 21-10 for the victory, 205 is your draw, 13-10 is your away win here. 2-1 win in the end for Sassuolo, taking the 3 points, and a big win for them as well. Into we go. Where are we? It is Verona, it's Atalanta. It's on Sunday, August 28th. Now, these two sides have played each other 26 times since 1997. 10 wins for Verona, 12 wins for Atalanta, and 4 draws. Of course, Verona, though, 42% form over the last 6. Up against the Atalanta side, 42% form over the last 6 as well. 2-0 win it was, but the biggest win for Verona Verona over Atalanta. 5-0 win was the other way, of course. And over the course of those 26 matches, 30 goals have been scored by Verona. 38 have been scored by Atalanta moving forward. Of course, has Verona 1.15 goals a game compared to 1.46 goals a game for Atalanta. Last time around in Verona, it was a 2-1 win for Atalanta back in December 2021. The away side hasn't lost in the last 5 games, of course, whether it's been in Atalanta or Verona. And last time the home side won was when Atalanta hosted Verona back in December 2019. Coming on forward on this one, Atalanta with a draw against Milan, of course, and Verona with a draw against Bologna on the road. The odds for this one, we have 14-5 as your host, 20-10 as your draw, 2017 on is your Atalanta on this. 2-1 win in the end for Atalanta to take it to the house. Wrapping it up more, moving forward, should we say, Salernitana up against Sampdoria, of course, coming out on Sunday, August the 28th. Played 13 times in 1998, 4 wins for Salernitana, 8 wins for Sampdoria, and 1 draw, of course. 1 win and 6 there for Salernitana right now, 42% form, up against a Sampdoria side, just 1 defeat of the past 6, 58% form for them moving forward. Biggest win over each other was a 2-0 win, of course, that goes both ways. Meanwhile, Salernitana scored 14 goals over the course of 13 matches, works out 1.08 goals a game, compared to Sampdoria, who scores 17 goals, works out 1.31 goals a match. Coming at you though, last time around over in Salernitana, it was a 2-0 win for Sampdoria. That's back in November 2021. Sampdoria picking up a 0-0 draw against Juventus, yet to concede a goal. In fact, scrap that, yet to score a goal. So a bit of a stodgy start so far for Sampdoria. Salernitana also yet to score a goal. Of course, losing to Roma 1-0, drawing against Udinese 0-0. So both sides hoping to score their first goal this coming weekend. The odds here, 7-5 is your Salernitana, 2-1 is your away win, 11-5 is your draw. I'm backing my boys here to get at least some goals and some points. A 2-2 draw in the end to take it to the mixer. And then, of course, kicking off for us, Fiorentina. It is, of course, Napoli locking horns on August the 28th as well. Played 45 times in 1994, 15 wins for Fiorentina, 19 wins for Napoli, 11 draws, of course. Napoli, though, unbeaten the last 6, 75% form for them. Up against the Fiorentina side, unbeaten the last 3, 58% form for them moving forward. Biggest win for Fiorentina over Napoli, a 4-0 win. The biggest win in the way, a 6-0 win. Napoli scored 64 goals compared to Fiorentina's 65 over the course of those 45 games. Works out around 1.44 goals a game for Fiorentina and 1.42 goals a game for Napoli. Kicking on forward, though, over in Fiorentina was a 2-1 win for Napoli back in, of course, October 2021. The home side's only won once out of the last 6, and that was when Napoli hosted Fiorentina back in January 2021. Napoli picking up a 4-0 win over Monza, of course, scoring 9 goals so far this season out of 2 games, respect. And, of course, Fiorentina are busy in European action as well, taking on Twente. Of course, got the second leg of that match coming at you, but, of course, coming into this on the back of an unbeaten start so far this season. Look at the odds for this one then. We got Fiorentina 11-5 for the victory. We got 5-2 as draw. 23-20 is your way win. That is Napoli. Back in, of course, a 2-1 win for Napoli here to take it to the mixer and 3 points. And again, keeping themselves rocking and rolling. And then wrapping up is Lecce, is Empoli, is of course coming at you on Sunday, August the 28th as well. Played 10 times in 1998, 2 wins at Lecce, 4 wins at Empoli, 4 draws, just 1 win and 6 for Lecce right now. Of course, 17% form up against the Empoli side without a win in 3, 58% form, of course, over the last 6 games. Biggest win for Empoli over Lecce, 5-1 win. The biggest win in the way, a 1-0 win. Lecce scored just 12 goals compared to Empoli's 17 over the course of those 10 games. Works out 1.2 goals a game compared to 1.7 goals a game for Empoli. Last time around, though, over in Lecce, it was a 2-2 draw back in January 2021. In fact, the last 2 matches between themselves, Lecce and Empoli, in Lecce, scrap that. 2 of the last 3 matches have ended up all square between the 2 sides. The only other result was a 2-1 win for Empoli in Empoli back in May 2021. Empoli with a 0-0 draw against Fiorentina, yet to score a goal. Lecce, of course, coming into this on the back-to-back defeats for them, losing to Sassuolo last time around. Of course, coming at you, though, the odds for this one, we do have Lecce 30-10 for the victory, 90-10 is your away win, 5-2 is your draw. 1-1 in the end. Picking a draw here again for the 3rd time in 4 attempts. This match will end in a draw. That, my friends, is what I think. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. Napoli will be the only team with 100% success rate so far, with 9 from a possible 9. Down the foot, Cremonese, Monza and Verona going down. That, my galsarinos, is just about all I've got for you. Be sure, of course, to vote for Blackburn Roverseas here. And the best way to do it is Cutley/vote Roverseas. It's on your screen. There's a QR code. There should be something in the description as well. Please vote best in video for an organisation, best club content creator for a football league, and also best content creator overall. Again, we're up against some big daddy arenas where we're not expected to win, but if your votes can actually make us a little bit more of a competition for maybe the smaller fries, and maybe, just maybe, get enough votes for us to get nominated one way or another. So please, 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 if you haven't voted, please vote. And if you have voted, maybe squeeze us in somewhere else in amongst your ticket there. And also, please don't forget to put your picks in there. Cut your 4 Italy picks. I would appreciate you to get your picks in as well. And that, my ladies and gentlemen, Taminos is it. Be sure to give it some love and smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check your links down on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and Patreon, of course. But don't forget to vote. Until then, guys and girls, we're done.